Welcome back to my YouTube channel, CPR Originals, and today, I'm starting off my 2024 Pantry Challenge. Technically, I'm starting it off tomorrow, but today I am doing my planning for the week. So this is some things I've pulled out from my fridge and freezer and pantry that I am thinking about for this week. So in that whipped topping container there, I have some leftover turkey and gravy from Thanksgiving. I have a few muffin mixes. I've got the V8 juice. I've got a bag of chicken stock I made frozen there, and I've also got my chicken bouillon. I have a few various vegetables along the back there from my freezer. I have a pie crust. I have 2 potatoes. I have some carrots. I have some cheese out. This is what I'm thinking with these items. This is what I'm leaning towards for this week. Also, I have the evaporated milk. This is what I'm leaning towards for this week. I'm leaning towards making a turkey pot pie using the leftover turkey and gravy. Instead of using a cream of soup, I'm going to use the gravy. The milk is kind of iffy. I bought that milk for something specific, which I've not done yet. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use the milk. I might try to work milk into my budget for this week, for my grocery budget for this week, which I probably should tell you is going to be $5. That's what I decided on, is $5. So that's what I'm going to spend this week. So if I can work milk in the grocery budget, I will use milk in that. If I can't, I will make a decision whether I want to use that evaporated milk or just forego the milk. I also have some sour cream in the fridge. I could use that to make it creamy. I don't know if that's necessary. So that would take care of the turkey, take care of the pie crust, take care of some of the vegetables back there, carrots, and at least one of the potatoes. Pull the muffin mixes out because if I do use the milk, I can make some muffins also, because those muffins just take milk. But I won't make the muffins unless I do use some milk, because I'm not going to open that can of milk to make muffins. And then my other is vegetable soup. My vegetable soup base is always V8 juice and chicken broth. So you see I have some options there for it. Again, I have multiple vegetables back there. Carrots. I don't typically put potatoes in my vegetable soup, but because I need to go ahead and use those 2 potatoes, and I probably don't want to put more than one in my pot pie, I'll probably put some potatoes in my vegetable soup. Guess it's different. It's not what I usually do. I do like to put cabbage in my vegetable soup, which I do not have. So cabbage is going to make it on the grocery list on my out of my $5 budget this week. Probably coleslaw mix, because that's usually fairly inexpensive and readily available, and it saves me from cutting up cabbage. And plus, I don't want a whole cabbage for the soup. And usually a small pack of coleslaw mix is just perfect. So again, carrots, multiple vegetables, possibly potatoes in that. I also like grilled cheese sandwiches with my vegetable soup, but I have no bread. I have cheese, but no bread. So bread's going to make it on the grocery list this week. So basically my grocery list so far is bread and a coleslaw mix. I'm pretty sure I can get those under $5. I'm thinking I could probably get those under $3, depending on what I get. So then that's going to leave me a little bit of room for some other stuff. Other stuff might possibly be another can of milk. Other stuff might be snack stuff, because I don't have much snack stuff around the house right now. I have an open box of generic Cheez-Its, and that's pretty much it. I have a little bit of fruit. So I might buy some more fruit. I might buy some sort of snack. I might buy evaporated milk. I might buy something that I have that I realize I'm lacking in my pantry at the moment, because I did not know I was out of red wine vinegar when I was looking for some red wine vinegar or something. So I feel like that's going to be outside my $5 limit for this week with the 2 things that are definitely on the list, but that's an option to look at. Also out of olive oil. Again, I think that's going to be out of my budget for this week, but I have other cooking oils, and I'm not needing anything that needs olive oil this week. I may not need anything that needs olive oil this challenge, because I have other oils I can cook in. The only thing that I would prefer olive oil for is if I'm going to make a salad dressing, and I may not because I have a whole thing of, I'm not sure if it's a generic Olive Garden salad dressing or Olive Garden salad dressing in my cabinet, so I probably am not going to need salad dressing, and plus I don't have any salad greens right now. I'd have to buy salad greens, but it's still possible. But I could make a pasta salad now that I'm thinking about it. But again, but I'm going to need some other stuff I don't have to make a pasta salad. So that's what I'm thinking this week. So that's what I'm leaning towards for this week for my meal plan. But I'm going to show you some other things that I have options of, and I will finalize my meal plan after I decide what I get at the grocery store, because I may see something, absolute bargain, that I can work into something else. Here's some other meal ideas I kind of have kicking around in my brain. Not leaning towards these for this week. I'm leaning for these later in the challenge. But it's possible they might work in their way in this week once I do my grocery haul and see what I end up getting. So when I was rummaging through, I have some stuffing mix I found in my cabinet. And there's a broccoli. I always keep broccoli in my freezer. And there's a broccoli casserole recipe I used to make all the time. That was broccoli, the dressing mix, can of cream of mushroom soup, some sour cream, and cheese. So I have all those components. I have this little bit of rotisserie chicken. So I was thinking of maybe doing more of a chicken divine type casserole. Even though to me, a chicken divine type casserole is going to be a little bit cheesier than this casserole is. But, and throw that little bit of rotisserie chicken left in it, and also sub out the cream of mushroom soup for the cream of chicken soup. So that's an idea. I also have sour cream in it. There's not enough sour cream in that container to make that. So I would have to get sour cream to make that. But I have the majority of the components there. And if I had to, I'd do with the sour cream that I have. But because I will allow myself a small grocery, very small $5 to $10 grocery trips each week, I will probably buy sour cream when I decide that if I'm going to do that and when I'm going to do that. Now I think I've got a bag of lentils here. I pulled out I got quite a few options with lentils. I can do a lentil soup. I can do a sausage and lentil soup with the sausage and some diced tomatoes, as well as I've got some spinach in my freezer and the chicken broth that you already saw. So those are, I got quite a few different options and things I can do with lentils during this challenge. And keep in mind, I am one person, so each of these things will go a long way. And then when I was perusing YouTube after I had decided to do this challenge, this was not a challenge, this was just a general cooking video. I came across a video for cream cheese spaghetti, which basically what that is, they put the meat sauce on the bottom. I have meat sauce I made in my freezer. They have their boiled spaghetti noodles mixed with cream cheese. I had cream cheese in my fridge. Then they put the rest of the meat sauce on, and that's the middle layer. Top layer is the rest of the meat sauce. Actually, that's the next to the top layer, but the next layer is the rest of the meat sauce. And then they put Parmesan cheese on top of it and bake it. I had all those things. I can make that, and that sounded pretty good. That's probably a little light on the spaghetti, and I believe that's all the spaghetti I have, unless there is a random box hiding somewhere I did not find when I was scavenging through my pantry. I probably should be more organized. That might help me use my stuff in my pantry better. But I do have a few other random pastas. I just pulled out that penne, but I do have a few other random pastas around that I can use instead of the spaghetti. And I also have some mozzarella cheese in my freezer. I have more than that. I had, because those are the 2 big bags from Costco. I have 1 full bag of that in the freezer. And then that open bag. I also should have some pepperoni somewhere in the freezer. And I do have some tomato sauce, and I have spaghetti sauce. And I have what I can use to make a pizza crust, so I can do pizzas at some point during this challenge also. So those are some other ideas. And also, if I don't use the sausage for a sausage and lentil soup, I can either use that sausage for a pasta, or I can use that sausage for pizzas, even though I usually am pepperoni and mushrooms. I have a few cans of mushrooms floating around here too. I have some in my main working pantry, but I also have some in my pantry closet that I consider part of my main working pantry. I just put it there because I got a big flat from Costco, and I just didn't feel like it was practical to put them all in the regular pantry. So, but those are some other meal ideas I have with what I have rummaged through so far. I am sure because I have found some things I didn't know I had that I wasn't thinking about so far rummaging through. So I'm sure I will come up with some different ideas, and I may decide to use these ingredients in different ways when I come across other things I have. But those are some basic meal ideas I have. So I have pretty much so far with what I just showed you, I have 4 solid meal ideas. Each of those will probably get me minimal 4 servings. A couple fuzzy ideas that'll get me several servings as well. And then I have some prepared meals in the freezer. So I think I'm in pretty good shape to get through this month the way I am thinking about things. Maybe I will go into February. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so here is my itty bitty $5 Aldi haul. So the bread and the coleslaw mix, those were the 2 things that were on my shopping list to begin with. The bread was $1.75. I could have got cheaper bread. Honey wheat is my preferred. The split top wheat, I want to say was $1.35. Would have saved me 40 cents. But I went with the one I want. I want it because I had the room in my budget. The coleslaw mix was $1.69. And then I had some money left in my budget. I looked around to try to figure out what else I wanted to get. There wasn't really much that I could get for that $1.56 that I had left over. So I decided, you know what, I'll look and see what the evaporated milk pricing is. That way I'll have the milk for the turkey pot pie if I want it. And the milk was 95 cents. So I had a few more cents left in my budget, so I got 3 bananas. And yes, there were only 2 there. But I had one stop to make after Aldi, and I was a little bit hungry, so I ate one of my bananas. So the bananas were 52 cents, which brought my total pre-tax to $4.91. So that's my $5 grocery haul for this week. And I am going to go with the meal plan I was leaning towards, which is the vegetable soup with grilled cheese sandwiches, as well as the turkey pot pie. Turkey pot pie was going to be on the menu no matter what because I really needed to use that pie crust up. So that's what my meal plan is for this week. If I feel I need to make another meal this week for whatever reason, I will go with that cream cheese spaghetti because I have everything I need to make that. But in my freezer, I have fried shrimp, I have sweet potato fries, I have, again, various vegetables I can pull from. I found when I was rearranging the freezer to put stuff back in, I have a whole bag of meatballs. I know I've got pepperoni in there, I've got mozzarella cheese in there, I've got quite a few things I can pull from, but I do have I think I have 2, maybe 3 things left of turkey and dressing from Thanksgiving that I froze. I have 2 things I froze of my sausage and rice from last weekend. Each of those is probably 2 meals worth. I have some, I think, broccoli cheddar soup I froze in there. So I do think I have enough other stuff in there that the 2 meals will get me through the week. And I will probably end up freezing the soup, some of the soup, because I will probably make more than what I'll eat this week. And depending on how many mini pot pies I can get out of that pie crust, I've done that once before with my big pan. And I can't remember if I ended up with 4 or 6. If I end up with 6, I will definitely freeze at least 2 of them, maybe 3. If I have 4, I'll probably eat all 4 of those during the week. I cook for myself a lot. 3 times is about all I can get through a meal without being tired of something. So I can usually force myself to eat it a 4th time. So, so I'll probably get at least 3 meals out of each of those. And then, like I said, I have those other things in my freezer I can pull from to help finish out the week. And, I have plenty of breakfast sandwiches in there. Don't need to worry about breakfast. I have oatmeal. I have grits. I have eggs. My plan is on the weekends when I'm not going to work, I will cook eggs because I have so many eggs I got to go through. So I'll cook eggs. Bread also comes in handy for that because toast, I like toast with my eggs if I can have toast with my eggs. So yeah, that's where we stand. And tomorrow officially starts my pantry challenge, even though technically it probably started middle of the week. I didn't decide until after I did grocery shopping last week that I was going to do that. I was going to do the challenge this week. So that's my grocery haul for this week. I'm thinking I might just do $5 every week. We'll see. We'll see how it goes along. Maybe towards the end I might need to do $10 to be sure I have everything I need because I might be scraping the bottom of the barrel there. But that's where we stand for now. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Like any other YouTube channel, you can like, subscribe, share, all those wonderful things. And I'll see you guys next week.